Hey everybody, this is Rebel Builder with a Rogue One, a Star Wars story set review. This is part of Force Friday in 2016. This is the TIE Striker, set number 75154. Comes with 543 pieces and 4 minifigures. Let's take a look at some of the features, take a good look at the minifigures, and I'll give you my overall thoughts at the end of the video. You can tell by looking here at the cockpit section that this is larger than just a standard TIE fighter. So I think this puts this kind of vehicle in more of a bomber class. There's actually the cockpit up here, and then there's also a compartment in the back here. And we can take a look at our cockpit. It's got this standard TIE fighter front cockpit piece here. This lowers down, and also we have a cockpit lid here. And here you can see the TIE fighter pilot inside. He's got his control yoke there, which is pretty much a standard piece on most of the TIE fighters lately. And then we swing around to the rear compartment here. This section lifts up, and inside there's just a little tool compartment here. You can see we've got a little blaster here and this neat little walkie-talkie here. And there's also some binoculars here on a hook. There's not too many stickers on this set. We have one here, we've got some on these round slopes here, and a couple on these sections here. I really like the coloring of this set. You know, we have the standard light bluish gray and the black on the solar panels here, but they added these little splashes of sand blue, and that just gave things a little more contrast, a little more definition, just made things stand out a little differently. You know, the different shades of gray, you know, the different panels, you know, that's a very military look, and I think that fits this TIE Striker very well. And you can see some great detailing here around this section, some good greebles back here with these little binocular pieces. Lots of good detail just in the right spots. It's a very menacing look here in the front, but the main movement section of the ship is going to be the solar panels here on the side. It's a really neat function, so if we spin around to the back, we have these two little levers here. Kind of pop those up, and they have this really cool little locking mechanism, so you can see they fold up in a section like this. And as we look around here at the front, so I don't know if this is the landing configuration or if this is, say, the bombing configuration, but it looks really cool in this view here. As we look at this mechanism that moves the wings here, we've got this lever here in the back, we've got some Technic axles going this way, but we have this lift arm piece here, this L-shaped lift arm. And what that does is when we move these sections here, these sections move towards the inside, and so that kind of gives this a locking little mechanism, so the wings actually stay kind of locked in this position. And also on the underside of the fuselage towards the cockpit, you can see we have a pair of spring-loaded shooters there. And as we take a look at the underside and the fuselage here, you can see again the mix of the different colors. We get the two shades of gray, splashes of sand blue, and some black. Really good shaping in this. You can see the round slopes they have on the sides, and you know, some angled bricks there on the sides of the cockpit to shape the cockpit section of the TIE Fighter. And one aspect of this set that's really worth pointing out is how sturdy it is. This thing is engineered to be very solid. You know, the section in here, the wings, they don't even flop around that much. So it's really a good ship to pick up. You can see you shake it a little bit. The wings don't flop around. The section in the middle feels very sturdy. It's a very solid build, a very good, sturdy design. Starting our minifigures off here is the TIE Pilot. They do a great job on these figures. The wonderful detail on the helmet. You know, when they really put the effort in to design those cool helmets with, you know, the different shapes, the different colors, the highlights, you know, they really make a great minifigure. But he's got detail going down his legs, the really cool belt along the waist, and you know, his kind of breathing oxygen mechanism there on the front. This guy is wonderful. And here's a look at him without his helmet on. Next we have an Imperial ground crew. He's holding these devices, you know, lights to probably flag in a landing starship of some sort. But he's got cool printing on the back there, and really unique helmet. You know, there's nods to some of the other helmets we've seen in Star Wars before, but this one is unique, and great detailing on the front. Again, some printing going down his legs. and a shot of him without the helmet. So it's really cool to speculate how these guys are going to play a part in the new movie. Here is a Rebel Trooper, some dark bluish gray and dark tan uniforms, but the coolest thing about this guy is the helmet. If you take a look at that, that's going to be very reminiscent of the Rebel troop helmets that we saw on Endor in Return of the Jedi. So I like those nods to the other movies. But again, great printing on the torso. We get some on the legs. They added the cool little piece to the blaster just to give it a little more definition, and some printing along the back as well. And this guy here also has an alternate face printing as well. And in my opinion, here is the best minifigure of the bunch. This is the Imperial Shore Trooper. Really cool tan coloring to this guy. Awesome detail on the back. Unique blaster there with a couple of parts. One of the things I really like about him is the sand blue printing and how he only has one arm that is sand blue. So what does that signify? But the main highlight of this guy is that awesome helmet. Great black visor printing and some red highlights on the top. Great shape to it. Can't wait to see these guys in the movie. And again, a shot of this guy without his helmet. Overall, I would have to say this is one of my favorite sets that I've built in quite a while. It's a really fun design here in the middle with all of the different Technic pieces that really hold things together. I like the mechanism of how the solar panels flip up. I think it's a great design, really a neat looking ship. I like how big the wings or the solar panels on the sides are. You get some great minifigures too. So when you get an enjoyable build, a great design that kind of teaches you a few new things, some great figures, and it's a neat looking ship. So I'm happy I picked this one up. Really couldn't recommend this set more. So thanks for watching, everybody. Leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I like having discussions with you guys over these Star Wars sets. And thumbs up this video, and if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm always working hard on new videos and you don't want to miss out. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back soon.